What is up? Oh, let me plug in the phone here so I can do this for a while. All right, I'm on an adventure, Charles adventure. I was gonna have my buddy Mendoza come with me, but I'm not gonna be back until tomorrow sometime, so I just had him hang back. Let me know when you guys get in here though, if you can hear me and whether or not it's too shaky, because it kind of looks shaky. What up? So I wanted to go ahead and do the live because I'm going to pick up a new race car show, and it's not exactly new, but it's not like stream's good. Okay, good. Not like exactly new to the channel, but I don't think you guys will guess what I'm going to get. So, and if you are good friends with me and you know, don't ruin the surprise. So go ahead and leave your comments and try and guess what are you going to Jonas's house? Damn, that was quick. I don't know. Am I? Yeah, I'm probably going. I'm gonna go get. Man, that was fast. That just kind of like pulled the sheets out. Yeah, we're going to Jonas's house to get the old 240 shell. That's right, the old Morse Kid shell. I'm also gonna stop up and say hi to Quentin and DJ. I'm gonna shove these gloves under here, maybe to soften this a little bit. Take my welding gloves. I'm gonna give Jonas maybe some impromptu lessons so that he can be a little more successful with his adventures there. I don't know if that's any better. Let's see. 2 welding gloves. Oh, that's definitely better. Alright. Yeah, I do not want to ruin my JZX, like taking it to a ton of track events. I am going to take it to some track events, but I'm not going to go nuts. Like I'm not going to really tandem with anybody unless I know that they're like super, super really good. I don't want to mess that car up. And I tend to break shit. So there's no point in taking that car and crashing it into a bunch of shit. So this 13 that Quentin had and then Jonas has up there is already caged. It's not in perfect shape by any means, you know, like I know Quentin crashed it at least twice. So, I mean, one of the times I fixed. And I really loved that car. Like I loved just getting to drive it, the little bit that I got to drive it. So I have some personal connection to it, and I really want to resurrect it. I don't want to see that thing die. I put a lot of time and effort into that, and I just don't want to see it die. We're gonna grab it. I already have a crazy angle kit for it, and then I'm gonna throw a rear subframe in it that I have, and then I'm probably gonna go either NA2J CD09 like we're doing on Brandon's car, or I'm gonna do 2J BVTI GTE CD09. Swap that in there. I learned so much from doing the JZX swap that I feel like I could easily get away with that and make it like super simple, easy on me and stuff. So I think that would be a good option. Or maybe do like a 1.5J CD09, like a 1J head, 2J bottom end. But me and Chappie were talking for a while there, and the 2J GEs are so cheap. Like you can get a Copart car for $600-700 with a running GE in it and wiring harness and everything. And so that kind of is like a no-brainer. Not to mention, I'd like to just get a lot of seat time in the car. I want to drive it a bunch, and I don't know if I want a ton of power in it right off the bat. I probably want to keep it really like simple and reliable. And that's where that whole 2J, NA2J setup would be pretty legit. Just throw that in there, CO9, have tons of like good gearing, good torque. It'd be perfect for like tracks like Park and even Magic Valley, and honestly Villains. NA2J on Villains would be perfect. Like, I can't imagine you would need any more power for that track, though the only entry you have is led up to a big long straightaway, so you don't have to have a shitload of power to like throw it up against that wall. And that's really what I want to do. I want to go to tracks like that, and I want to drive. I love driving with Rudy, whose Corvette just recently burned down and everything like that, and big shout out to him. I'm really sorry to hear about all that. That really sucks. But I really want to go drive with him more. He's an awesome driver, and it's already caged. The car's light. I have a ton of parts that we can throw at it. I have the same angle kit that was on it when Quentin had it, which is a savage angle kit. I mean, it's like crazy, you know. I won't need anything more than that. I haven't decided if that's what I'm going to do right away. I might end up just using a regular S13 angle kit that I built in the past, and then maybe eventually swap over to that. I don't know. There's a lot of options. Definitely going to do rear mounted radiator though, and have that whole thing set up. I'm going to take the rear trunk glass out and just have the radiator in the back and put some big Taurus fans on it as puller fans. Like I said, it's going to be track missile car status, not going to be anything like I'm going to take on the road ever. And I'm really going to focus on making it literally as light as possible, like insanely light. Like, I'm going to take weight out of everything. I'm not going to really, it's not going to be like a competition car, at least not right away. So I'm going to build it to have fun with it and make it, like I said, as light and as fast and as easy to drive and easy on tires as possible. I'm not going to be running anything crazy tire-wise. I don't want to be able to run like a 235 or 225 17, and because you can get those on Amazon like all day long, like no problem. That's kind of my plan, is to make it just super drivable. Hydro e-brake. I have a ton of part 2 from leftover from the IS300, so that stuff is going to get either parted out, sold, or used on this car. And yeah, like I said, I would love to have a 2J GT VVTi, just like that's in the JZX, because that's just a crazy 400 horsepower recipe, but that's also not super easy on tires. I guess if we tuned it down, like we ran 10 pounds of boost, we could make like what we make on there. We made 300 horsepower and 350 foot-pounds of torque or something like that on 10 pounds. So that's not a bad option. I don't know. I guess we'll see as it goes along. We'll see what we have on hand. You see some comments here. Seen the shell. It's been covered. RB30, the S13 when you get it. Are you going to fix the R32? Are you going to put your VSKFs on the JZX? I'm not going to do an RB30, that's for sure. I've been out of the RB game for a while, and I have no intentions of going back. They're a pain in the ass to me. I like making RB manifolds because I know how to make them, but I don't really want to have an RB in a car that I want to be reliable. That sounds fucked up, but like I just don't think they're that reliable. An NA2J VVTi is wicked reliable. If you don't throw a boost at it, you just ran it as is, it'd be insanely reliable. So VSKFs on the JZX. I would love to run some VSKFs, but that's not really in the budget right now, considering we're going to be LS swapping the BMW and building this car. And the truck I'm in right now, the Trailblazer, I've got some big plans for this. We're going to rename it the Trail Laser, and then Eric from MFT Solutions, same guy that did all the wiring, helped me out with the JZX, is going to tune this thing on HP tuners, and we're going to throw a HE351 turbo with a gate on there, on here, and then try and make like 350 wheel. I think it'd be fun as fuck to just make 300 wheel in this Trailblazer and have like a hood dump, because the front of the end of this thing is fucked, and I'm not gonna put any money into like making it look good. I think it would be hilarious if it looked like shit and was 300 horsepower. That'd be so fun to me. That's something that's the kind of shit I like to do. Just have it like look like total ass and boost the shit out of it. Because these things are dime a dozen too. Like you blow this Trailblazer up and you go get another one. Nobody cares. We got 3 people in the stream. I'm probably gonna stream for a while, so if you guys have questions or have any comments about the last videos or any questions about any of the videos, go ahead and comment. That's the thing too, is the comments have really been lacking on the last couple videos, and that stuff helps tremendously. Like the videos that have tons of comments have a decent amount of views, and the videos that have almost no comments get almost no views. So we miss Chappie. I miss Chappie. He will be back soon. I don't know exactly when he'll be back, but sometime this summer I would assume he'd be back from the desert over there, holding it down, working on some F-15s. Yeah, I can't wait for him to be back. His Mark IV Supra build is going to be insane. He has stockpiled a ton of parts for that thing, and it's going to be fucking wild. I don't even know how to describe it. It's going to be crazy. So look forward. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. We're going to be building a 2JZ GTE manifold for that as well. And I'm not sure if you guys have known this, but if you get on Instagram or you're on the Cinder Track Fab Instagram, we have a website up for all the manifolds and stuff like that, and we will be adding t-shirts to that website. So if you guys want merch, I'm going to be adding a t-shirt. We're going to start off with t-shirts. That's just like the easiest thing. We're going to probably add hats and hoodies later on. I'm going to get with After Hours Supply Co. and have them crank out a bunch of t-shirts. I'm going to have it so that you can get on there and pre-order the t-shirts. I think they're going to be like 25 bucks a piece, but they came close enough logo and everything like that. And we'll do a big merch pre-order and then get with them and have them ship it all out. Just to start off. I think that's a good way to do it. Dip my toes in it a little bit. I don't want the whole merch debacle, like where you sell a bunch of merch and then it takes the people that bought the merch like forever to get a t-shirt. You know what I mean? So it will be like a pre-order for the t-shirt. It won't be, we'll have like a ship date in the future. Quinn's 8.6 looks fire. It does look pretty good. I'm excited to work on his R32. I know that he's kind of wanting to get that thing back in shape. It's really hard though because of the amount of time. Like it takes like 10 hours to get from where he lives to where I live. So it's not something that you can just hop down and do. Like you gotta plan it all out. Kind of a pain in the ass actually. And plus I've been building a shitload of manifolds. So if you have an RB 20 through 26, JZ of pretty much any variety, SR, KA, any of that stuff. I am gonna actually build Trailblazer turbo kits. I think that would be hilarious to build a Trailblazer turbo kit and have it just on the website for the occasional person that wants to buy a Trailblazer turbo kit. So the Trailblazer will have a pretty decent turbo kit on it. I found a company that sells the flanges and stuff like that for super cheap, probably even cheaper than I can get them cut. locally. So yeah, once we get that all on there, squared away, I can't wait though. This thing's gonna be so much fun with like 300 or 400 horsepower. Not that this is really bad, like the straight six in it has plenty of torque. You really can't even tell that this trailer's empty, but you really can't even tell it's behind it. So when I throw this shell on it, it'll be a good test to see how it does. Eventually, I would like to just tow everything with this. I want to do airbags in the back, which is just like helper bags to lift it up so it doesn't sag. And I want to be able to throw that super light beater S13 on there. Is the half shell S13 coupe still at your house? Half shell. Oh yeah. Yeah, at the from the simulator. Yeah, that's still there. Even the other half of it is still in my backyard. We just split it down the center and left it. I have to pick all that shit up though this summer. I really got to get my backyard squared away, kind of get my house prepped to sell. The housing market in Boise is like insane, so that's a little concerning because I don't know if I want to like sell my house to go get a higher payment. Really, I would hope to have a similar mortgage, but the housing pricing is just like through the roof. I'm trying to still work out getting a bigger shop up in Boise and doing all that. So that's definitely in the future. It's definitely coming. But maybe with a little bit of growth, a little bit of merge sales, a little bit of manifold sales, we can do some really fun ass projects. I want to do the Trailblazer. I want to do the Trailblazer experiment in a weekend where we start on a Friday, we tune on Sunday, like we build Friday, Saturday, and then tune it on Sunday. I think that would be fun. Kind of give you guys some options too. You know, if you don't buy a tubular manifold for me for a Trailblazer, like what you could do. Motor Trend On Demand did a whole series on the 4.2 liter and tuning it on an 06 ECU, just like this one is. And they did exactly what I was talking about, throwing a set of Deca 80s in there on the factory fuel rail with a little EV1 plug adapter, and throw a Walbro 450 in the fuel tank so we have plenty of fuel, and then put that HE 351 T3 on there with an eBay wastegate 4 or 5 pound spring. You know, just have it set up super simple, make 400 horsepower. They made 400 cranks, so I think 300 wheel is pretty attainable. And I think that this 60E will, I know that 60Es don't hold up to boost really well, but I think it'll hold 300. If it'll hold a cammed LS, then it'll hold 300 wheel in this. I don't think that'll be like a real issue at all. Then we'll be able to tow around our, I was half tempted to like tow it, like put the turbo out of the hood, but let's see. The Trailblazer. Yep. I think that's good clickbait. Trailblazer. Turbo Trailblazer. Yeah. I'm loving it. And the fact that we can do it on HP tuners just makes it simple and cheap and easy and fun. And that's what I really want about it. Like I don't want to waste a ton of money doing stuff to a truck that probably won't last, you know, a year. Maybe it'll last more. I mean, the thing has 220,000 miles on this straight six, so we would really be pushing the limits and kind of pushing our expectations if we thought we were going to have it for a long time. But it'll also be a really good truck to retrofit a kit for a Trailblazer. Obviously, if we do one that's out the hood, that really won't be the kit that we sell. So I'm kind of like back and forth on that, on whether or not, whether or not we would go that far. It's definitely a possibility. I think it would just be cool to show up to the track with the turbo out. and then the ratchet ass fucking 240 on the back, super light. Yeah, it'd be super fun. 2J, NA2J, rear mounted radiator, BMW electric water pump. Yeah, it'd be a blast. It'd be super blast. It'd be crazy fun. Have it all set up to where it just like flows coolant constantly all the way to the back, and then just drive the shit out of it. Just drive it until it fucking falls apart, and then fix it again, and then drive it some more. I don't even think I'm gonna do like adjustable arms on the back, maybe like upper control arms, just so I can tow it out, or not tow it out, like make it zero camber or as close to zero camber on that shell. But I have a perfectly good subframe ready to go that we can just slap in there. Like I said, the front angle kit, I already have the same kit, the Unify R&D angle kit that was on there before. I'm gonna have to try and score some coilovers. I don't know if I'm gonna do like cheap ass eBay coilovers or something for now until I buy some BCs. I will eventually buy BCs for it. I really like the way that those are set up and everything. Unless I can come across like a cheap, I was gonna say cheap LS, but I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna NA2J it. Super simple. Try and get the weight as far back as possible. Let's see. Jonas's new S13 looks crazy. Yeah, I'm excited to see it in person. They put a lot of body work into it. And I don't usually put body work into anything. I will be painting the JZX, but that's way down the road. Yeah, it looks insane. They did like the lace on top. I think that car's gonna rip. I know that turbo setup that's on there is some savagery. For 400 wheel, that thing will wreck house. It's gonna be nuts. When me and Eric tested it, made like 21 pounds of boost at 2,400 RPMs or something insane like that. Like, it was nuts. But yeah, there's a cop flying up ahead in front of me, so I don't know really what that's about. I don't think he's coming for me. But I will see you guys again real soon. If you guys are watching this later, be sure to leave your comments, and I will have a link in the future video for the pre-order, t-shirt pre-order. Like I said, they're gonna be 25 bucks. I don't know how many of them I'm gonna sell or anything like that, but I would like to get at least 10, 15 before I place an order to get t-shirts. And we will do the hats and everything like that eventually. I definitely want a beanie and a sweatshirt for next winter. I love beanies and sweatshirts, so I'm definitely going to do that in the future. But that's going to be it for this stream. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave your comments below for a t-shirt or stuff like that. And I will put the link in the description of the next video. Or you can just go to CenterTrackFab.com and I will add a product for that t-shirt link. So, it's good to see you guys.